Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put these two products up against each other. We have first of all Bowdens Own Bead Machine, and we're going to be putting that up against P&S Beadmaker. So they both have the name bead in the name of the product. They both should give us really good water behavior. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. And if you can see all these products I have behind them lined up, these are all products that I'll be doing this for in the future. So plus many others, any other products you guys would like to see me test against each other or just do a review on, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I definitely know quite a few of these products I already are going to be really good to test against each other. You do see this a lot on some YouTube channels in the US, but I haven't seen a lot of the Australian products go against some of the American products. So I think it's going to be something interesting to see how they perform. We'll start off with the price difference between these two. So the Bowdens Own Bead Machine, that comes in at $33 for 500 milliliters. That is the retail price. You can generally get them for a lot cheaper. I actually picked this up for 30% off. So $33 retail. The P&S Beadmaker, you can pick that up for $23 for 473 mil. So slightly smaller bottle. And about $10 less, and then you can buy that also in a gallon for $46, and you can even buy it in 20 litres of 5 gallons. So it is the cheaper product, but I have used it before and I do know from experience you do have to apply a decent amount of it. Compared to the Bowdens Own, it is just 9 sprays total for the 2 coats that you need to do. So yeah, definitely going to use a lot less product for the Bowdens Own, so the prices will probably even out. It will then come down to the durability and the longevity of the product. So yeah, we're going to do that today. We're going to use a daily driven car. We're going to completely strip off any previous protection the car has. We're going to decontaminate it, use a clay bar, and then we're going to machine polish it with just a finishing polish to get the paint completely clean and smooth. Wipe it down with an isopropyl alcohol, and then we're going to apply this product on one side, this product on the other side, and leave a control section in the middle just so we can compare them over time. So that's going to be what we'll do today. It will be just a day of installing the products and applying them evenly. So I'll do 2 coats as recommended for the Bowdens Own Bead Machine, and I don't believe there is any reason to do a 2 coat of the Beadmaker, but if I can find anywhere that says that I should, I will. I'll let the car sit overnight, and then tomorrow we'll pick the camera back up and we'll finish this video off with the first initial rinse test, as I do want to let them cure for 24 hours. So yeah, with all that said, let's get the car out, get it washed, and we'll start getting this paint completely bare so we can apply these products. Okay, so this is the car that we'll be doing the test on, and we're doing it specifically on the bonnet here. So we're going to leave this middle section clear and 1 product on either side. This car did recently get a spray sealant applied, so we'll be stripping that off. And then this is a daily driven car, so it'll be a good test to see how long these products do last in the real world. Won't be applying it onto either of the Evo 10s just because they are both ceramic coated. So I want to keep this fair on it, just normal paint sealant on bare paint. Okay, let's get the car foamed down using NV Snow for the snow foam. And as you can see, extremely thick foam with this product. Definitely one of my favorites. We'll possibly look at doing a foam cannon and snow foam comparison in the future. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. But yeah, I'm going to let that dwell for a couple of minutes. We'll rinse it down and then we'll do our contact wash. All right, let's rinse down this car. Okay, so our contact wash using CarPro Reset and a CarPro microfiber mitt. paint is already incredibly slick and beading up really well from the previous spray sealant that I applied. Just want to remove it and yeah, get it completely bare for the two new products. Okay, so we have washed and dried the car. Now we're going to use some of this Bowdens Own 3-way to strip any of this protection which is on here. So yeah, we'll use this as our clay lube. Okay, so ended up having to grab a second bottle as first one was running out. But yeah, so we've got it, it's dwelled for around a minute. You can see we have a few iron deposits, so definitely reacting. Should be able to see those on the camera. So what I'll do now is I'll use the Bowdens claying rubber and I'm just going to go over the car or over this panel. Okay, so that has been clayed. Now we'll rinse it and get the last of that iron off and the rest of that product off the paint. Give it another wipe down with our Car Pro reset. Alright guys, so we have the car back inside and it's dry, and we're ready to do our polishing stage, which we're not going to be doing by hand, which is what the Bowdens product recommends, as they have their own, it's not a polish but a paint cleaner. I do have some of that product. I just think it's going to be a lot easier to use a machine polisher. As you can see, the paint is pretty decent. It's got a few swirls in it, so I'm not really trying to get those out. I just do want to get it completely clean. So yeah, we're going to just do it in two sections because it is a pretty small bonnet on this little Holden Brina. So yeah, I've got my ShineMate 15mm dual action polisher over here. Have a blue pad and some Scholl Concepts S30 Plus swirl remover. So yeah, this should be more than sufficient to get the paint nice and clean. So yeah, going to quickly go over the car with this. Alright, so wiping off the last of the polish. So I've done both sides now. Paint is looking really good. So now we will get a new microfiber cloth. And we're going to spray it down with some Car Pro eraser. I know Bowdens Own have their own similar product. This is what I've been using for a few years now, so this is what we'll stick with. So we'll grab another cloth and we'll work that in, grab a second one and buff it completely out. Alright, it's time to apply. So starting off with the Bowdens Bead Machine, exactly as directed we're going to use it, so I've shaken it up very thoroughly, but just to be safe. We have got one of their big softy cloths, or blue softy, whatever they're called. Folding it to the low pile side, and exactly as directed. So we're going to mist 4 to 6 sprays into the low pile side. So there's 6, and just like applying a ceramic coating, going to be going in a crosshatch pattern. Just to be safe. Go again. Now I'm unsure if we're meant to leave that until it streaks or anything. It doesn't say to. So yeah, we've done our overlapping motion. We get our second big softy cloth and we will wipe that off. So I can't actually see any type of streaking. So if I just grab my other cloth. We'll go for the high pile on this one. Definitely feels slick straight away, wiping that off. And it doesn't seem like this product would have any chance of streaking. I can't even really see it on the surface at all. It's definitely easy to apply, and it does feel like it has made the panel noticeably slicker on the wipe off. So yeah, I'm thinking that's quite a thorough application. Yeah, massive differences on the back of the hand. Super slick. And on the control, not even close. So yeah, it's made the paint incredibly slick. Just make sure I don't leave any oils from my fingers there. So yeah, that is the Bowdens side done. Now we'll jump on the other side and we'll put the bead maker from P&S. Okay, so for the bead maker, same principles when they want the paint completely clean for best results. So we've obviously done that for both sides, so a very even comparison. So yeah, all they want us to do is to spray directly onto the paint surface and maybe apply it wet or dry. Obviously dry is going to give better performance, as it says. And once applied, remove product with a microfiber towel, flip towel as needed. So we'll probably only use one towel and we'll just fold it around. But yeah, I've folded it to the low pile side, just like I did for the Bowdens Own. So yeah, give this one a shake up as well, which I did before I started recording, but just to keep it fair, another shake. So yeah, this one wants us to leave it for 8 to 10 hours as well for best performance. So that's fine, we're gonna leave the car overnight. So yeah, directly onto the surface. It doesn't say how much. From what I've always seen for videos for this product, people seem to basically absolutely flood the product. So you can see how many sprays that I've already done. That's gonna have to be sufficient. Trying to keep it away from the control section in the middle. So yeah, it seems excessive the amount of product used, but from just about all reviews that I see, people say you need to apply it extremely thick. So yeah, we're going to do that. The product is cheap, so if that's what needs to be done, then that is okay with me. If it provides performance, just means you apply a thick layer to start, then so be it. So we've got that quite evenly worked in. Now I will flip our towel over to a nice dry side with the high pile, and we'll buff it off. And yeah, this one also, this is extremely slick. It is one of the big selling points people have for this product. It is the slickest feeling product, and straight away that is just, as soon as you're wiping it off, you can definitely feel how slick it makes the paint. Is that the most important thing for a paint sealant? To me, probably not. I mean, they all seem to make the paint pretty slick, but how often do you go touching your paint? You only really notice when you're washing it or drying it. Yeah, when you're looking at your paint, you're not really worrying about how slick is it to feel. So there we go, that is thoroughly applied. Yeah, it is amazing how nice the wipe off is for Beadmaker, and just an instant slickness test. Yeah, the Beadmaker is a lot slicker. That feels very grabby in the control section. It's got a little bit of slickness on the bead machine, and absolutely next level this side. So that is now good to go. We'll remove our tape. So we'll easily be able to see that section where the tape was when we give the car a first rinse tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is the next day. I've given both sealants over 24 hours to cure. So now it's time to do the first rinse test. I can't actually see much of a difference. I think it's just the way the light's hitting the car. It does look like this side is a little bit lighter. This side looks a bit darker, but I think that is just the light, the way it is hitting the car. But so let's give it our first rinse. So remember, this side is the bead machine, this side is the bead maker. Okay, wow, that's quite a shocking difference. I mean, on this Beadmaker side, we are getting some beading, but nothing like this for the bead machine. Totally different. And if you look at the way the water is just sheeting straight off with the Beadmaker side, see it already, it's just sort of clinging. It's not really what you'd expect from a quality sealant, whereas this side with the bead machine, the water is coming straight off as soon as you rinse it. So yeah, that is really surprising. So definitely so far the win is going to the Bowdens Own Bead Machine. It's not even close in my mind. Like these beads for Beadmaker, they're, yes it beads, but that's not very impressive compared to these, perfectly round. Okay, so I'll just put the hose onto the mist function, and we're just going to compare the actual beading. So this Bowdens side, very impressive. If you compare it to the Beadmaker, so I mean, I'll let you guys be the judge, but I can pretty much say which side I think is a lot more deserving of the word bead in its name. You've got these big odd shaped beads compared to these perfect little round ones. So I think it's pretty clear we can see a winner so far. The product did cost more, the Bowdens Own Bead Machine, but for this performance it's well worth it. And then we did put probably 4 times the amount on this side, and then it still didn't perform. So unless this one fails very quickly and this continues hanging on the way it is now, I think we have a clear winner so far, and I don't think that's going to change, but we will continue on with the test. So I'll give it, I don't even know if I'll give it a full week. I may even just test this again in another few days, but what I'm planning on doing for these tests is every week, once a week, on the same day, every Saturday, I will once I've applied the different products I'm comparing, I will come out and give them
a wash and a rinse. I didn't wash them this time because they've just been applied and sat for a day, but I will give them a wash just to make sure any contaminants aren't hindering the performance of the sealant. But for this one, it's clear we have a front runner already. This one will be definitely one to test against some of the other products that we have sitting on the shelf. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this type of content, and if you have any products you'd like to see tested against each other, definitely let me know in the comments section. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and definitely subscribe if you want to see my future content. But with all that said, until next time, I will catch you guys later.